In this video, you will learn everything you need to know to mosaic crochet your own unique snowflakes. Here's a simple drawing of a snowflake, and here is that snowflake crocheted using mosaic crochet worked from the center out as a hexagon. This is what the back of the work looks like. Here's some more complicated drawings, and here I've started attempting to work them out. It's not going to look exactly like the drawings, but we're still going to end up with a pretty cool and unique snowflake. Also a hexagon, and here's what the back looks like. You'll be able to make many winter-themed things with these snowflakes. You can make blankets, cardigans, coasters, and many more. With this sample here, I'm going to use this as a little pocket on a cardigan. And this big one will eventually be part of the winter blanket. If you have ever single crocheted a circle, you have almost all the information you need to get started. It's a basic single crochet circle pattern. You'll notice an increase means to do 2 single crochet in the same stitch. The first round starts with 6 single crochet into a magic ring, and from here on out, each round, you're adding plus 6 stitches. From here on out, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. You'll notice in round 2, you increase in every stitch. Round 3, 1 single crochet increase, and it goes around like this to make a circle. And if you center your increases, what you're really going to end up with is a hexagon. Now, if you start single crocheting in the back loop only, adding in some double crochet into the front loop, we're going to end up doing mosaic crochet. So let's get started by showing how this simple example works out. I'm going to be using this yarn for our example just because it shows up decently on camera. And we're going to be making this simple snowflake. To start, we're starting with the white. On our paper here, what's in pencil is what we want the white to be. So I'm going to start with the magic ring. Make a chain, and now we're going to make 6 single crochet into this magic ring. 1, 2, 6. There's 6 single crochet. I'm going to tighten the magic ring. Now I'm going to do an invisible join, which is going to be the hardest part of this whole thing. So what I recommend doing is counting back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the first single crochet you made, and insert your hook from the back into both of the loops, and then pull your working loop through that. And that's the invisible join. Now we're going to attach the blue yarn. Here it is. I'm just gonna pull it through. And then I'm gonna pull the white tight. I'm gonna put the white on top of the blue and then work 1 chain stitch. Now, as most single crochet circles, you would be work 2 single crochets in each stitch around, and we're going to do that, but because this is mosaic crochet, we're going to work those in the back loop only. I'm also going to work this in the first single crochet. I'm going to go over this loose white thread. But there's the first single crochet. And we need 2 in each back loop. So this is the back loop, and this is the front loop, back loop, 2 single crochets. I'll meet you around. Now you should have 12 single crochets, and we're going to do the invisible join again, so I'll show you how to do that one more time. We're going to insert a hook into the first single crochet we made, into both loops, and then we're going to pull this working loop through those. And now you can pull it, and then place the blue on top of the white, because we're switching back to the white, and make a chain stitch, or I mean just pull it through, and then put the blue on top of the white, and then make the chain stitch. And now we can start row 3. Now we're going to be starting round 3, and we want 6 lines to be jutting out for our snowflake, which happens to be very convenient because on round 1 we made 6 single crochets, and we're going to be working into the single crochets from round 1. Now if you'll notice, here is the basic circle pattern, and we still need to also have 6 increases. You increase single crochet 1, increase single crochet 1. But instead of that, we're going to be doing this. I'm going to make a single crochet increase into this back loop of our first single crochet. 1, 2. And now what I'm going to do is, instead of single crocheting into the back loop of here, I'm going to go to the stitch below it, this front loop in white here, and I'm going to make a double crochet into that front loop. This is the loop that we didn't make a single crochet in, so we're just going to skip over that and then work in this next one into the back loop and do our single crochet increase by working 2 single crochets in that loop. Now instead of doing a single crochet here, we're going to double crochet into the stitch below it. And we're not going to work into that. We're going to work into the back loop here and do an increase. And then double crochet into this front loop. And I'll meet you at the end. Okay, now you should have 6 double crochets going around, and in between those 2 single crochets. This will give you a total of 18 stitches, which is the same amount of stitches on our basic crochet circle pattern. Now I'm going to do the invisible join. Now I've switched to the blue and I'm ready for round 4. Now that we have these 6 double crochets, we want to keep our increases smack dab in the middle going out from here on out. So let's do that. And here we have these 2 single crochets and then just this 1 stitch below. So if we were increasing to make up for there just being 1 stitch, we would work 2 double crochets into the stitch below. And that's to account for there being 2 single crochets here. But we want to do our increases in between our white legs. So I'm going to do a 3rd double crochet in that same loop. And then I'm going to work a single crochet in the back loop of that white double crochet. Here, this blue front loop, we're going to work 3 double crochets again. 1, 2, 3. Now into the back loop of this double crochet, we're going to work 1 single crochet. And we're going to repeat that around. Alright, at the end of this round you should have 24 stitches, and then you will do your invisible join into this first double crochet. Okay, I've invisible joined and switched to white, so now I'm ready to start row 5. I'm going to start by making 1 single crochet into this back loop, and then I'm going to do my increase into this one, and that's because I want my increases to be in the middle between my white legs. So I'm going to increase into that middle double crochet by making 2 single crochets into the back loop. And then I'm going to make 1 single crochet into the next back loop of that blue double crochet. And now I'm going to do a double crochet into this front loop of this white double crochet. Now I'm going to repeat this same pattern again. So 1 single crochet into the back loop, do our single crochet increase into this middle one, make 1 single crochet, and then make a double crochet into this front loop here, and repeat around. At the end of row 5, it should look like this, and you should have 30 stitches going around. I've invisible joined and chained 1, so now I'm ready to start round 6. We are going to make those double crochets again. So I'm going to make the first double crochet into the first one below our first stitch into this front loop here. And now I want to do my increase in the middle of these 2 white legs, which would be this stitch. And remember, we made 2 stitches earlier, so we have to account for those 2 stitches by making 2 double crochet plus 1 for the increase. Now I'm going to make 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and I'm going to single crochet into this one, and I'm going to repeat this pattern around. At the end of round 6 you should have 36 stitches. Let's start round 7 by making 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, making 2 single crochet in the next stitch, making 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then making 1 double crochet below the next stitch. Then repeat that pattern around. You should have 42 stitches at the end of round 7. Round 8, double crochet into this front loop, double crochet into the next front loop, make 3 double crochet into the next one, 1, 2, 3, make 1 double crochet into the next front loop, make 1 double crochet into the next front loop, make a single crochet into this back loop, and then repeat this pattern around. At the end of round 8 you should have 48 stitches. Okay, on round 9 we're going to get a little spicy and we're going to make these little prongs, which you can see here. And to do that we're going to break out of just mosaic crochet and do a little freeform crochet. And freeform crochet just stands for really doing whatever you want. So I will start pretty normal by making a single crochet into the back loop here. And now it's time to get very, very spicy. Now, let's see if the lighting is good enough right now. Here is the front loop of this double crochet. Here are, okay, front loop. Here's a top side loop. And here's a top side loop. So you can see this double crochet has a front loop, a top side loop to the right, and a top side loop to the left. Right here, this top side loop to the left is the one that we're actually going to work a triple crochet into, or a treble crochet. So yarn over twice, and then insert your hook into that side loop of the double crochet and make a treble crochet. And now this stitch here, we're going to skip that because this treble crochet will be what sits on top, and we're going to single crochet into this back loop like normal. Make 2 single crochets in this loop for our increase. Just single crochet into the next stitch like normal. And now we're going to do our spicy thing again. So here's the front loop, here's the left side loop, and here is the right side loop. We're going to make our triple crochet on this side by inserting our hook into this right sidebar. So yarn over twice, and then insert your hook there, pull through, pull through, pull through, and pull through, and then skip this stitch and single crochet into the next one. And then still make your double crochet into the front loop. Make a 1 single crochet into the next stitch. And now we're going to do our another triple crochet. And we'll be working it into this side post of the double crochet stitch. And now we're going to skip this stitch and single crochet into this stitch. We're going to make 2 single crochets into the next stitch. One single crochet into the next stitch. And now it's time to do our treble into this right side. There we go. And then we're skipping that stitch and single crocheting to the back loop of this one. We're going to work our double crochet into the top loop. Make a single crochet into the next stitch. work a treble crochet into the left we're gonna skip this stitch, single crochet into this stitch. We're gonna make 2 single crochets into this stitch, and we're gonna continue this pattern around. Let's work the last few stitches. We gotta work our treble stitch. And we gotta work our single crochet stitch. And then we gotta work our double crochet. And at the end of round 9, you should have 54 stitches. Now it's time to start row 10. We're going to start with a double crochet into this loop here. We're going to single crochet into the back loop of this treble. We're going to double crochet into the front loop below this single crochet. We're going to make 3 double crochets in the next double crochet. Two, 3. We're going to make 1 double crochet into the next double crochet. We're going to single crochet into the back loop of this treble. We're going to double crochet into the stitch below this single crochet. We're going to single crochet into the back loop of this double crochet. We're going to double crochet into the stitch under this single crochet. We're going to single crochet into the back loop of this treble, double crochet into the stitch under this single crochet. Next stitch will be your 3 double crochets. Continue around. At the end of round 10, you should have 30 stitches, and it's honestly looking cute right here, but I'm going to do 2 more rows. I'm going to make 1 single crochet into the next 4 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 2 single crochets into the next stitch. 1, 2, 1 single crochet into the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 double crochet into this stitch. And then repeat that around. At the end of round 11, you should have 66 stitches. Let's start round 12 by making 1 double crochet in the next 4 front loops. Making 3 double crochets in the next one. 2, 3, and then make 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Make 1 single crochet in the back loop of this double crochet, and repeat this pattern around. At the end of round 12, you should have 72 stitches around. Congrats, you've completed your first mosaic / freeform crochet snowflake. Now, real quick, let's say you wanted to connect this to a bigger snowflake. Well, my suggestion would be to just keep working in the blue, either in single crochets and increasing 2 stitches in the middle, or you could work all in double crochets and increase 3 stitches each time you go around. And then keep going until it would be the same size as your biggest snowflake and connect them that way. And I think you would end up with something really pretty. Now that we've done an example, what I want you to do is go look at images of snowflakes, try drawing out a little design, and then try using mosaic crochet and freeform crochet techniques to make your own unique snowflake. Thank you for watching!